I've been involved with BAP, not quite at inception, but I know late brother Michael, I used to teach him engineering at Haringey College at the time, which was quite a few years, and then obviously BAP was formed, and I've always been there for support, even though, those of you know, my area in lecturing is engineering and sports science, and also big push on community. I just want to give you a little reasoning as our Right Honourable Barnie Grant passed away. And this is one of the foundation back that he started. Because I went to many meetings. He invited me as a young man at the time at House of Parliament. And he was very proactive in getting the building, more so looking at theatre, looking at art, looking at musicians, from a point of view of a road can be made, a little bit like, I put it on like, what's that big label in the States, which for a lot of artists, like Michael Jackson, what they call Blue? Motown. Now someone's got it there. So when I had the chats with him, this was his vision, that we don't only have a space, but we have a line that can produce the actors and the performers within this region. And, localize it, and if it goes well, take it to Birmingham, Manchester, Bristol, wherever our community is. And these were the back office chats I was having with Bernie, and he inspired me. He was my mentor in a big way. And that's why when I was honoured to be asked to sit on the board of BAP, I said, I'm going to be there all the way. Right? So, you see his pictures. We can Google him. No man, first black MP in Europe. As a man, come on. And he has, and we're pushing, I think, with Brother Pepper Kai here, that we have the legacy of Barnie Grant go into primary schools, secondary schools, and colleges as part of their curriculum. So that legacy lives on, and on way past any youngsters here, their time, that legacy lives on. Because he's powerful, he's great as far as I'm concerned, and he did it. I just want to talk about the centre. Because there's lots of meetings. I had, things to do, basketball and enterprise and my work. But when Bernie called me, I go. And I thought, we're not going to Parliament. We know nothing that much happens there for us people. But I went in, could have been 2 or 3 evenings a week, talking around things, designers coming in saying this, saying that. That Barnie Grant Centre there, I tell you this for nothing, was supposed to be 4 times the size of that. That's what Bernie had in mind when he was alive. 4 times, you can imagine that, right? Because he was looking at the over the road in there, Tottenham Hale there, the GOC building. So just put that proper filming going on, direct to the BBC if they want to buy it. So when the plays are on, the film is filmed there, and it's filmed all over the world, back to Africa, Caribbean, everywhere. That was his vision. That we didn't have any problems. We'll have all the technical stuff. We'll have all the artists. We'll have all the performers. We'll have the catering going on. That was a full-blown enterprise that could really shock the whole of London. And unfortunately it passed. And then it was whittled down because I was there while they were whittling it down to what we have today. But I know the memories of what Bernie wanted in regards to local, as I think Andrew just said, local people which are in that space of entertainment. And it was a very big genre. Reporters, I think we've got some young reporters there today, right? Reporting about the things that go on in the Bernie, advertising. You guys are in this, that it's a whole industry. I am passionate, and I say that now, about what's going on. This thing has got to come to a stop. And if Haringey people, Bernie Grant, and we know we've got people that don't live in Tottenham, don't know Tottenham, running the ship over there. And that's why they can sort of say, we want X amount, otherwise you're out, because that's ridiculous. They say, this or you're out. And the centre has given them a job, 30, 40 grand a year or whatever, I don't know. Mm-hmm. Right? And they're telling that to a local group that's been there in excess of 20 years doing their thing, penny scribbling for the grants and the funds, and they know that. They know the only way that back runs is because of local grants. It's not like they're giving us, where some other boroughs do, for their art performers, give out and say, well, you know, when you go, or we'll get onto Arts Council, which I know, and we'll get that grant for you, 50,000, 90,000, whatever. We'll get it for a local body like that to run on. Because, you know, all the guys, most of them are working and they're doing this part-time. You know, I know that for a fact, because I've been alongside them, you know, many a time, shows and what have you, and doing the schoolwork with the young people, developing youngsters and the adults. We have some of the adults here in the house, a couple of the youngsters. But you know, we've all got to, and I'm really, really pleased. You know, I came in here, you know, just before the 6:30 slot. I was supposed to be there a little bit earlier, but when I came in, I said, I've been on campaigns. And you know, one or two people start off, but look at this number here, I'm proud. I say it again, I'm proud. But it's not for the long, it's not for the short. It's not for the short haul. Each one, teach one, each one, tell one. Unless, if it's got to grow, let it grow. But I think, you know, when we feed back to this and if the papers get it, we've got to make them shake in their boots. Shake them up. Let them know. Let them know. And I'll say, you know, they've done some crazy things over there, even down to the catering. We had sister, what's the sister there named? Gina. How can that happen? It's ridiculous. One of the best caterers we have over there. Tell her she's got to go. Okay. Now the place is shut down. No catering over there at all. They have to import the catering, which is ridiculous. You've got a great caterer there, great woman doing some good work and building it, because I've seen her events there. Another great one here. We have to even go outside. Sorry, I know I'm going on a little bit. This is ridiculous. Where a homegrown BAP have to go outside and use Jackson Lane. Have to go outside and find schools and community centres when they can't use Barnie Grant Centre. You can imagine. That's just ridiculous.